Well, welcome to episode 33 of FPL Top Dogs Ballyhaunis. I hope you can read me loud and clear. This is the guru to take you through all the shenanigans that happened in the Christy Nicholson Pub Fancy League here in County Mayo in the west of Ireland. Game week 30 review. So 31 to come. For me personally, I'm just trying to firefight my way. It feels since 29. Done the wild card in 22 and been doing really well up until about we all know about 29 and about trying to get prepared for it and the games that were to come then. And it's been firefighting since then for me because I don't have an assistant manager. Obviously, I played in game week 24, 25, 26, mainly just kept it with slot. And everyone else has been using their assistant manager. It's been a good time and they're a wild card. So it's been a bit of firefighting and got up to about 700k, and then it's just been slow drip death overall rank until about 1.125 million. So it's not the end of the world. 3 chips to come. The traditional 3, the bench boost, free hit, and triple captain. So it should be lots of fun. Just have to find a way to get through game week 21. Like I got Gabriel, he's out now. Ain is probably out for longer than he is. Wood, who knows about his mystery hip? But I think obviously his expected goals and his stats, I reckon they'll be filtering down to some sort of normality in a way. To be honest with you, it's just superhuman stuff that he was out. Although I think he's about 6 goals without scoring, but for New Zealand, he's been just scoring cricket score full of goals for New Zealand in qualifying recently. So a little bit of firefighting also with Clivert. So Mikalenko's fine. So they'll just get through this 31 game week coming up. And I'm still not sure about the bench boost on 32. Actually, might be better in 33 when there's more Dublin. I think there's only the Newcastle Crystal Palace game in 2032, which is meh. And then 33, you've got Villa, City. I can't think. There's 4 of them anyway. Arsenal, I think. And they're all Dublin. So there's not much to kind of really, get excited about too much. Man City as well. They'll be Dublin in 33. You know the story. Most of you are well clued on. So also, just a little bit of news as well, folks. Everyone knows of the original mega hat. Well, thank God I've got this light, this ring light, because otherwise, you'd be looking at this. You know what I mean? It's different. So I've actually got a lighting thing going on. Shouldn't have touched that now. I feel like Hagrid from Harry Potter. I shouldn't have said that. Damn, I had everything perfect, but there you go. And now, since I've been back in Malaysia, if I put that one there and this one here, that it might be better. But that's the new one, boys. Really, really, that's proper Ballyhaunis red and the black. I'll wear that there. Same patch. FPL Top Dogs, and 10 of you will get that if you finish in the top 10. I get one, I think, by dint just by being, whatever you want to. But that was the original, the mega. That's what people kind of say about. It was a good hat, like. But yeah, this is fine. So I think I'm entitled to put one on anyway. For God's sake, this is the show, isn't it? Black. Nah, we'll just do it the proper way. Get the old. Yeah, so I think I've come a little bit in regard to my journey. I keep looking up at this light because I think I'm looking into it. I have to be looking right there into you guys. Come a long way now in regard to this podcast. Better sound, picture's all right. The computer, I have to admit, is holding up, and just enough waffling. I need to get some lubrication because tonight we have the IDKs the I don't knows. They're playing in Islington, near Angel, and I think they're supporting an Irish sort of or English traditional music trad band called the Shambolics. I don't know if any of you heard of the Shambolics. I've heard of the name, but definitely not the group. And they sing like "Poke Me Hone" and all this. And I know it's a rude word, but come on, it should be good fun. I might stay till the end until the Shambolics, but the IDKs will be playing. I saw them last month before Malaysia in the Gunners Pub at Highbury. So without further ado, let's. I don't have a video this time, guys. Just absolutely wrecked. I'm trying to get this to get me going for tonight because I'm completely wrecked. It's just been a busy old. Just hope I can share this properly. There's no point doing this if it's not shared. Screen share. Um. So overall, I'm just going to sit in the long grass, but unfortunately, the long grass for me, it's more like the lawn rather than long grass because I'm too far back. I should be well ahead and just in the long grass, nobody can see me, and just I don't know what my analogy is, guys. Um, right, let's get going here. So I'll just do a review of the Christie, a shortened one anyway. That was the crack there, 45, -4, 41 overall. Thank you, Cole Palmer, for getting the booking, the yellow. So yeah, 1.125 mil. Not going to dwell too much. I kind of nothing I can kind of do at the minute. Just have to let this run. Foden has just been an irritation now. He was the guy that got me to where I was back from the nether regions of 3 million, and he's going to put me back there if I don't do something about this dude. So I think it might be prudent to roll and go into game week 32, where we know we have Palace and Newcastle Dublin. They're the only ones doubling theirs. Now this is this coming game week, which is a standard sort of. It's an interesting game. We got the Manchester United and the City derby. That's always worth a look. Have to learn to yeah, this lager is not like Guinness. It causes hot air, and I'm capable of both ends of hot air, folks, as you know. Tried to keep it light and humorous, like it's not all doom and gloom. The FPL. So United and City, look, I'm a bit. We give them a go. It's typically United. Will will we're United. That mentality, it gets us over the line. Beat City again. Who knows where City's at? There's no Haaland anymore now, guys. But Silvino looks good. Daku's, flittering away up and down. Grealish now is interesting. He's back now. Apparently, he scored his first goal against Leicester there. Only a 2-0. Most of the games we've had this game week gone have been just absolutely drudgery after the international break. The 16 days off and the stupid load of baloney FA Cup stuff and people getting injured and muscle injuries, soft tissue injuries like we're seeing with Gabriel. It's people are just getting sick of it. It's completely random. Like, only 2 goals for City there. No Haaland. Okay, Villa, fair enough. Brighton didn't turn up. A crazy result there. If you're on, a lot of people still have Dango in their teams and their Kirkes and even Semenyo's. When I probably will just hold on to Clivert. He's 50-50. He might be back, and Bournemouth still have a few good games. They might have a double layer on. I'd just like to keep him. He's not worth an awful lot anyway. Let's see, 6 odd million. Forest, obviously getting that cheeky just 1-0 win. It was just so predictable. It was going to be a 1-0. Of course, I was hoping and thinking back at the good old days where we rocked up at what was it called back then? Nottingham Forest's ground. It'll come back to me. The old one, 8-0. and York and Cole got two each, and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer came on with 20 minutes to go and scored four. It was unbelievable. I think it's just called the City Ground. Don't know. No, I can't remember. Trent. Oh, that's Trent Bridge. That's the cricket. It's just got a mind burp there. About whatever. That's the memory there. And you just think, because I'm 50 now, and I'm used to the good old days. And okay, I have the Spurs history there. I respect that. I'm still a season ticket holder there, as you know, guys. It's a luxury to have. Look, it's great football either way, because you'll see someone taking over. Okay, you go there as more of a neutral at Spurs, and you're just open to more of an interesting game. And I try to sometimes pick a few players from that game I'd be going to, just for a bit of interest in the FPL, like I did with Parma, captain them away to Tottenham, and he got them two goals, and it was just an absolute haul from. And that, I think he stopped playing after that. Whatever happened, there was some hoodoo that happened to Palmer. Now he's got his assist from last night. He had a big opportunity, he created a great chance. He could have scored. Chelsea could have got a penalty. Da, 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 da. I'm probably going to hold on to him just for a differential wise. If he does bang, it could cause people in a lot of panic. And I do like the fact that loads of people now have used their wild card, and most of them are only about 40 to 50 points on top of me. And they've basically got the same chips or less. So maybe in the long run, they're a little bit more better set up with Newcastle. I need to sort out my Newcastle. I don't know what I'm doing yet. Well, I could go in and check it out and see if I could get Isak in. I'm 50-50 going without him. Maybe getting, someone like Livermento is a bit boring. Maybe Trippier or something. I'll see. It looks like I'll get rid of the Gabriel money. I was thinking about keeping a million and try, save, get in Saka for my Foden and keep Farmer that way. I could do it that way. I just fancy like keeping Salah, but he showed nothing, and now the contract issue could be coming up here for these guys, and there might be more on their mind. Now I know Ramadan's over now, Eid Mubarak is over, so let's see what happens. But I'd like to think the title will be wrapped up with Liverpool pretty soon. The next 2-3 weeks it could be wrapped up if results go a certain way. Well, I don't know what it is, whether they're 12 points clear or whatever it is at this stage. But I am aware, and there's not many doubles left for Liverpool, if any. So I'll have to look into that. I could just use Salah for the Saka thing, get in the Arsenal double. I'll have two free transfers, maybe take a -4 and go all in. But yeah, I'm a bit disappointed with the bench boost options now, because there's not enough games. It's going to be. I have a feeling maybe to keep something for game week 36, 37. You never know. I might keep a bench booster triple captain there. It's just 32 is not a bench boost, not with Palace and Newcastle. So I'm gonna have to look at the bench, and I need to have a goalkeepers that's at least doubling. Or two goalkeepers, but at the moment I don't think I have even one that's doubling. So I think everybody out there, whatever your situation is, you're going to find that there's going to be a great equalization no matter what you do in this home straight. And it's just really like it's really just random. We can't really control out all the issues, and all bets are off the table. For this game week, surely it was Liverpool only getting the one goal. It should have been more goals of this match here with Chelsea. Got lucky enough with the clean sheet because I had Cucurella, my Sun Dream team, and I'm just 4 points now, winning my company league, which is scary stuff. I'll be in 100 points clear at one stage. Been lucky in certain things. Clivert not playing, I captained him this game week gone, and he only played the one. He didn't even get off the bench. He didn't even go. They didn't have Haaland. Some of them capped, so touche. Southampton, the 1-1, that's crazy stuff. So I'm just saying that it's just a little bit meh and really underwhelming game week that was. This one coming up now to target. I'll just have another slurp if that's all right. Yeah, certainly refreshing that, bud. Need to get into the spirit, yeah. Try and go on your Spotify and give a like and a subscribe or follow the IDKs. They're brilliant. It's an alternative rock band, not too heavy. I'm into my heavy music, but this is they're very easy going, especially a song called "You're All Right." It's a great track. It's something you can just lay down, close the eyes, and just be somewhere else in your mind. So Forest and there her Aston Villa, how are you going to predict that one? It's just come on. West Ham Bournemouth could be anything. Ipswich Wolves is like a massive thing after Ipswich winning against Bournemouth. Now there's new life in them. Um, so I can't call it. I can't call this one, although Palace at home, they haven't been as good as the way format, vice versa with Brighton. Can't call it. 0-0, 0-0, 1-1, 0-0. Um, Everton and Arsenal will be very, very interesting. David Moyes has been in that situation. He'll figure out something, and there's a bit of grittiness about Everton. So I think could be a low scoring one, but Saka's back. So yeah, I fancy Arsenal to just swing it because of that. We'll have to see if his minutes will be managed. See if his minutes get managed because of the big game. Is it Bayern Munich or is it Real Madrid? I forget. I think it's Bayern Munich, Arsenal. Sorry about that, but I know that the Champions League stuff is coming up, so I need to keep aware of the Saka thing. So yeah, Arsenal are definitely live now. I'd love to get more, but it's like getting in Saliba now just to have the Arsenal baloney against Everton. Everton could score. They'll put up a fight. It's their last season at home at Goodison. So, I fancy them to do something, maybe possibly score anyway. And we'll see if Arsenal's defense holds up without the mighty Gabriel. He's been brilliant. Very, very good player. So Spurs Fulham again, I think that could be anything. If you look at it, Spurs in 14th with 16 defeats, it's not far away from Southampton country. And they'll be buoyed under their new manager. Okay, they've got the draw, but they were good and they've shown signs in the last month at least. They're going ahead and then they lose that 2 or 3-1. But this time they got a draw of it. But so we'll have to see anyway. Fulham, Liverpool, again, Liverpool just need draw, win, defeat, draw, win that win the league. And Leicester, Newcastle, well, um, come on, it's boring now. It's Filbert Street. That was the old Filbert Street, but Leicester, it's boring now. It's 1 and 2-0 defeats, 3-0 maybe. And Rudd, I just don't know. Rudd has no experience in the championship, so good luck there, Rudd. Um, uh, this philosophy with Ruben Amorim is just for the birds. It really is because like Spurs and Ange Postecoglou, they don't have the synergy between their transfer policy and thinking and foresight to what they need to marry with their manager and his style. And it's the same with Ruben. Ruben doesn't have the players either. It's hard to blame these guys, but then again, the best managers, they'll find a way and do it. Um, there you go. So can't feel too sorry. These guys get paid hundreds of thousands a week. I don't feel sorry for any of them. Ange, Ruben, I'm laughing. I'm laughing. Like it's your job to be a winner. You're a loser. We're paying the money. I'm paying season ticket money as well. Okay, 99% of all football fans are the same. So I pay my season ticket at Spurs, but like there's not much difference for United and all the rest. We're all in the same situation here, and I don't care anymore. It's up to them, and I have a right to chastise and laugh and point, even though it's my own team. I'll laugh and point and say, "Yeah, you're rubbish. You're rubbish." If in my job I would get the sack easy if I was doing what they do week in, week out. I just at a loss at United. What's going on there with Hoyland up front? What's going on up there with Xerxes? Garnacho is just a mystery. Um, it seems like, delete and at least Maguire showing a bit of passion. There's not much there, and that guy in goal for United, Onana, I think he gets bored and long shots and all this sort of stuff. He's I don't know. I'm shocked. Like after Inter Milan and what they did in the Champions League and a whole lot, I thought there'd be a better player there. Seems to me Anderson was the man, or Henderson from Palace now, uh, one of our own, and he done a great job for Sheffield United, as you know, a few couple of years ago. Though was that am I thinking about another dude? Not Ramsdale, no, but whatever. I think it was Henderson, of course, and he was out on loan with Sheffield, and we brought him back, and we've spent 50 million, and he's doing well with Palace. So, and same with Elanga. So it goes on and on and on. So I just don't want to go down that rabbit hole now at this stage. Got to go 20 minutes to have a look at the league. But yeah, Palmer, there you go. He gets a bonus point anyway. The booking harmed him as usual. As a this FPL game, I have to admit, guys, it's not a very fun sort of friendly fun game. Not like the Sun Dream Team. I could go into it, but you get points for creating a big chance. You get a point for a shot on target. You get a point for even if they're a striker. If you make 2 tackles, you get a point. So like you look at you log it. Oh my God, Palmer's not done anything. But you look in, he's made about 10 points, 2 for making it past the 60th minute. Um, a point for a clean sheet. It's brilliant. It's brilliant, and they go by the up to date and the whole lot. In here, you get punished. It's just like a punishment 99% of the time. One of the influencers is saying that game week 1 is the best game week of the whole lot. We're all happy, we're all having fun. It's so exciting, the whole big start, and it just goes a little bit worse game week 2. And by the time you're game week 38, you're a raving lunatic, and you need the 3 months off to recover, and then you do it all again. But I'll carry it on and I'll do it again. I might fluke a good season somewhere down the line. But enough of this moan and clap. Yeah, let's have a quick look at the king of the balonies. Yeah, I need some mouth oil. Actually, there's a beer called neck oil at Tottenham. So mouth oil, that's a good throat oil. Refreshing. It's been a hot day in London today. Right, so not surprised. Got totally hammered by the banner man. No harm done there. I've kind of given up on this. I've had too many bad games. Like I think about third or fourth at this stage. Yeah, third. No hope now. Well, 11 points. What seems to be the gap all the time. Might run into second, but Joey's just been the standout guy here at all. Well, that mute button is handy. Um, so Kyle Carney, the crumpet, he takes out Joey Neenan. Well done. I bullet bust there. You keep it a little bit. So 8 game weeks left. Yeah, we still have hope. 11 points, but we'll see. We need an awful lot of help. But Cal can hold his head up high there. Ross Carney losing. Ross O'Hara 118 losing to the average. Pat Kiley losing out to Kevin Morley. And the Starman just taking out Kevin Kilbride. A lot of close scores this week. The Long Dog taking out the Hussmeister. Ouch. And James E, the Maverick Lions, taking out Joseph Lyons. And myself being completely outdone by the Bannerman and Rosemary Rosley taking out John Kelly. So sure, it's just we needed more people in this King of the Travelers to make it interesting. There's more variety. Last year we had the 38 players or 37, whatever it was, and we had a different guy every week, and there was no average. That was a very good year. That was a true, but you just can't get people to enter this league. There's no interest. So we'll have to see going forward. I have to spend a lot more time trying to promote it. That's it. Trying to pick a team for next week. Gabrielle, it's hard. I might just keep just find a way to get through this game week and have two free transfers. I can't put any more time in this. It's just a head wreck. Um, I tried to sit down on my break for even 10 minutes to look and care, and I just didn't have any enthusiasm whatsoever to figure out what to do with Gabrielle. So I'm just going to leave it. I'll get my Mikolenko off the bench. Um, See if Clivert starts. I might change the captaincy there. I don't know what to do at all. I don't like Palmer away to Brentford. Don't like Foden. Bellegarde is streaky, and if he's got something about him, all right. But at least he's playing, and there's no Cunha, so he will be starting. No idea what to captain in this thing. I might just have to figure out somebody to get out to captain. What is there a captaincy in this coming up? A standout one. Vincenzo's not getting starts for Villa. Rashford scored now in the Prem, but they all get took off pretty sharpish. Marland is always there. It's a bit boring going for Mo. I think the call here is to get in some sort of a Newcastle player and just captain them against, be it Murphy. I don't know about Gordon. He could be tricky, but definitely Isak if you have him. It's an easy captaincy. Um, I'd have to take a -4. I know I have to get Isak in somewhere along the line. So I could just do the -4 now rather than in game week 32. Get the Isak in, which you'll need him anyway. I got my Palace more or less in there, and we'll leave it at that. So that I think I'd probably get in the Isak in there. Who would I get rid of? Probably Gabrielle and Wood. Gabriel and Wood. I just the thing is like I could I really had no motivation even going into the transfers, so I'll just even do it now. Can I even afford this dude? That's the dog gone now. Um, yeah, thanks, Molly. Yeah, this could be close actually. I doubt. Well, that won't work anyway. The 3.5 left, so I'm not sure what to do. I might just leave it. There is a little bit of a doubt, Nigel. You'll never get much off Eddie Howe, but I think Isak will start. He's a bit ginger, he's a bit tender, or Isak. Let's have a quick look at the league then. Christy Nicholson Pub Fancy League here in Ballyhaunis, County Mayo, and it's our flagship league event for FPL Top Dogs, which is well my and a lot of our it's a shared community brand, and anyone can be part of it. It's kind of like who you know gets you in, a friend of a friend, and you can just say, "Well, Vince, I work with this guy. We're great mates. We love FPL." And if that for me is something that really gets you off for the year, and I know a few people, and they're working abroad in Canada and the like, and they want these guys, and it promotes interest in the league, and at least we know if they win it, like what happened one year with Rory Harford, a friend of a friend, but he was known in the community. So it was very easy for me to arrange. It was brilliant. So that's the way the league works. So it's not like I'm going to be standing here for forever looking to get all sorts of celebrities in and influencers. This is not the sort of league. This is like, the local Christy Nick, and you need to know someone or a friend or of a friend, and that's fine. So Joey Neenan, a regular sportsman in Ballyhaunis, playing for Ballyhaunis Town, uh, knows a few influencers, actually really good ones. Like Andy from Let's Talk personally, and he's just honest, and he's just made pound for pound the decisions he makes are the ones to go for, and he doesn't allow the emotions to affect him as much as they do with Andy for like he's well ahead of Andy in that rank. Andy's been flirting around 200,000 last time I saw him. This dude Joey is like played. I think that's the way you can do it. So you can play an influencer. So get your favorite influencer, pick exactly what he does at the beginning, um, settle into FPL over the next 4 or 5 game weeks until you get up to the international break, and then start thinking, what can I get to get off his team? I know he's emotional about Bruno Fernandes or somebody. I'll go this way and I'll take his man on. And then you end up getting an 8 or 9 point head start, and then you go back to what he does, if it makes sense. It's awful easy to do it that way. It's actually I couldn't do it. I'm not saying that's what Joey does, but um, I think it's just the consistency, which is just phenomenal, and that's what you need in this game. Um, and not to get bored with the humdrum, but then to pick your fights and battles, and by that way you'll win the war in the long run. So Raya, good call. Gabriel is injured now, so that's a worry, but he's got loads of dudes on the bench. Foden, obviously, that was, like myself, we all fell for that one. Sar, so that blank with Palace blanking at Southampton, like the guys that scored, never heard. Well, Learn or what, I don't know who they half them. They're nothing that I know of. They weren't the ones we're looking at or wanting. So yeah, Marmouche, yeah, okay, no Haaland, but yeah, you expect it. You're well done with the Saka thing. Probably had them benched, and Foden's probably come off to get in Saka. So yeah, he's well set up, very well set up for this coming game week. Three Newcastle, I have none, and he's got three. It's just that wild card. So he's really set up with his 6 out of 6 now for 32. And he's got his bit of Arsenal because there's a good double with them coming up soon. I don't know if it's 33, possibly. I think it's 33. And City 33 double. And he'll probably use a bench boost in there. And Consa will be playing. Villa have they look like they might have a double around 36 or 37, I think, because of the Europe, if they're still in Europe or whatever. So yeah, his team is, and he's got the traditional three left. So 13,500 in the world. And that's the way to do it. He's not won it twice before for no reason. And he's always been about you beat Joey in FPL Top Dogs, you win it. Neil Acer's Carney's having a great season. Now he's only down to 2, but it's not too bad. It's feasible, and he's still only a few points off Joey, 4 to be exact. Brilliant position. So for 4 points, he's about 2,500 behind. So it's great, very competitive. Very again, it looks very, very similar to Joy's. I'm not sure if he's got Salah, so he captained them there. So it's very, very similar, if nearly identical. Is the Saka part? The Saka is not in there. Clivert, okay. So I'd be a little bit worried that Neil doesn't have the money within his team or value to get to um Saka. We'll see. Does he have Parma in it? No. Oh, he's got Saka. Excuse me. Yeah, just tired. Staring me right in the face, Saka. So the team looks absolutely, completely very similar to Joy. So that's going to be a cage fight fought over 1 or 2 players. Even one player could win the Christie for either of these two. So there you go. So Stevie Stratford Nolan just nudged into third. He's always like about third, fourth, very consistent. But obviously he wants. I don't want to give him that. Stevie Stretch doesn't want that. He wants to win the fucking thing. It's about winning the thing. 71 down. He's got the wild card. There's no trip cap. Okay, it mightn't be too crucial if everyone's going to captain trip cap Isak in 32. We'll see. Yeah, that trip cap is very, very frustrating because I just don't seem to get that opportunity, or there's enough games now until now at the end of the season that you can get a variance in the captaincy depending on fixture. Everyone's going to captain Isak, when he gets his double, and then likewise with Marmoush or whoever in game week 33, or Saka. It might be a better time to trip cap in 33, actually. I'll have a look. I'll see. I don't know what to do with the bench boost. No idea. So what's going on here? Yeah, so Isak in, that was a nice move just to get wood for Isak. That was nifty. Good move. And 65 points, brilliant score. Marquis, the Oracle Phillips plays his wild card. A little bit behind, but I think Marquis will be ensuring he keeps within this top 4, 5. He doesn't want fifth. He's been fifth before, but fourth will get you the Kirk Clapp Memorial Cup trophy, which is like you know, something that I thought would be better rather than having the other league before. There's no point. There was less people. Just give it to the guy in fourth for a consolation thing. I thought that was a good idea. This is really about the top three every year. Everyone remembers the top three of the Christy Nick. But yeah, as you can see, Mark as well in there. Except, obviously with the chip thing, it's going to be an issue. But I think the free hit is the most valuable chip till the end of the season, hands down, apart from the assistant manager if you have it. But the free hit will get you through 34 or whatever, or 36, depending on who you have. But most people will have Newcastle and Palace players. So they blank in 34. So that's when it's just a brilliant, brilliant chip. It's actually better than anything. It's the best chip this year, the free hit one, believe it or not. Owen Collins, the banner man, unbelievable game week. He's used his free transfers he was accumulating. I think Owen has shown a massive amount of patience, and now he's down to 3 chips. And I was worried for a while because I saw 5 free transfers and da 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 da. But he's it's just this is the man for the long grass. This is the man in the long grass. You think you're home free, you're running down the wing, you're about to get into the corner, you're going to score a try, and then from the long gas, you get this thud that is of death. And that's Owen Collins, the fullback. And the next thing you know, you're waking up and the birds are tweeting and you've lost the game by 6 points. Oh, I hope that worked. I hope that worked. The try is 7. Oh, I hope I'm thinking about American football. Okay, let's just use American football. Touchdown. Oh, the baseball started this year. Boston are finally winning games, but they're a hard watch. Boston Red Sox. So good stuff from Owen. And Buemo is a differential. Everyone is sitting on Embuemo, 187 odd points, only 8 odd million, way better value than Foden. You don't know if Foden's going to start. I think he's a punishment thing. Maybe he's being held for something. I don't know. I don't think City are in the FA Cup, so maybe held for that. He has been playing a lot of FA Cup football, so maybe he's just a bit part player. Jack Grealish now, how's he going to fit into all this? So Jota, so very, very differential. Everything's come up trumps for him this week. Timber's got the 7. And great game week. Everyone scored. Only rubbish on the bench that haven't done anything for him. Going forward, he could use, I think it'd be probably prudent for Owen to use the assistant manager now for these doubles coming up and start playing around. I think if Owen plays this right, he's definitely top 10. There's just no way. It's beautiful. It really is. Setting up a wild card with a bench boost, it won't really work too much. He might have to rely on 37 for a few games. Who knows? Tottenham might double or something in there later back. Going forward for Palace and Newcastle, there's an awful lot there. He could do a wild card to set himself up that way. But look, he's had a great game week. A wild card into 32, but Then you don't have a free hit to get yourself out of mischief for 34. So it's a funny one. Maybe it's a team that's kind of, we don't know anything about Chelsea, Dublin yet at the minute. Rogers is brilliant to have. Yeah, that's brilliant. This is very interesting. This is a differential team and it's exciting and it's got a bit of everything. So good for you. And I think at the end of the day, Isak is the main one you want to have anyway in the double. Most people trip cap him. And Newcastle might concede. There might be a hangover after the cup success in the Carabao. So there you go. 5 o'clock, and I have to be thinking about going. The enforcer and my voice is going as well, so I can really only last not too long there. 40 points, good stuff from the enforcer. Anything interesting there? Okay. We don't know what's going on with Watkins. Why is he not starting? There might be only a minute's thing. Ain is out injured now. Bowen, I don't know. I thought he would have been a good pick, but I don't think he can go anywhere near West Ham now. Roy Harford, we mentioned him before, our 2023 winner. 3 chips, the traditional ones left. 49's fine. A bit of a Met wild card, but he's well set up now for 32. So he just has to ride this one out. And of course, Newcastle with his 3, they'll be all be playing against Leicester. So that's what I'm thinking. I should do a -4 and figure out some way to mess about before the deadline tomorrow. Look, what is the deadline? When is it tomorrow? We'll get this straight. Yeah, it's 11 o'clock. So yeah, of course, yeah, Everton and Arsenal. So 11 o'clock tomorrow, folks. Make sure you maybe do whatever you're doing tonight. Have a look at what guys are going up in price and act accordingly. Connor Hussey. We've got his advert coming up. That's Sesk on the beach. Good name. Connor has done his wild card. Okay, he is a mad Liverpool fan, so I forgive him for all the Liverpool here. There's a bit of work to be done, of course. I think it's Fulham away. Tricky enough fixture for Liverpool. I think a draw will sort them out. Gabriel's injured. He's got his Blackburn stuff going on. Or sorry, Newcastle. So good stuff there. Is he well set up? He's got his bit of just the Palace there. Yeah, he should be well set up. I don't know. Probably would have Henderson in this rather than Zabruggen, just to make sure you got the 6 standard doublers. Which is if you're using the bench boost, it is a shame, and I can't use a bench boost until I know Foden is starting a game here and there. He's become a headache now. Liam Liam Herr now in 9th place, a 49. He's done his wild card. And yeah, okay. This kind of, yeah, this is playing up now. I like my voice. Dara, the FPL egg hunt 52 wild card. Wow, he did well the other week. He did score. Yeah, he's well set up. Yeah, Darren. There's no flies on Darren here, really. Came third last year in the Christy Nick. Should consolidate this season for a top 10, and something more if he can. Wild card's done. He's well set up. Great time to play. She's got Saka in as well. Nice stuff on the bench. Interesting, unfortunately, with Elanga there. That's a bummer. Just if I have Elanga, I'd play him. I think sometimes when you look at your team, it's hard, but I suppose with the bench boost going forward, he will be handy. What's that? 17 off the bench if there was a bench boost. They say 15 is fine. I always had better hopes for bench boosts rather than the stereotypical 15 points. Maybe I don't know. Maybe they have to start changing and looking into these chips. But I suppose it's 50-50 with the assistant manager. It's awful powerful compared to the other 3. Well, the free hit's brilliant, but the other 2 anyway. Robert McCormick, did we bypass someone? Yes, Darren's in 10th. Robbie McCormick's having a great season. Couple of transfers left. A little bit of chip in the bank. Palmer, not many people have Palmer now. I'm going to keep him for some sort of if I can. Don't like Foden. I'll have to figure out something. That's where I could find my money to get Isak is through getting rid of Foden and Wood possibly. I think so. Yeah, I could swing that and figure out something. So that just thought of something else. I might do that actually. Can't really go with I can't really risk the Isak thing. I need to keep in the game. Otherwise, you know what, I'm just gonna drift and drift away. The wrath has to stop. It's gotta be a momentum changer here. Yeah, Cyril Collins has had a good game week, 50 points there. Isak Gehi and Salah in, fair enough. And Kevin Kilbride with a 50. Cyril has three chances to play as assistant manager on so he's got a lot. He skin in the game, 32, 33, and 34, or he could do it 31, 30, 32, 33. He'll have the extra games and he'll have a bit of fun. And then he'll have to do what I've been doing, firefighting all the way to 38. Whereas I'm doing my firefighting from 29 to 32. It's a bummer. Hate it. Um, that's when you needed your role and your transfers. So Kevin Kilbride in Australia, 50 points. Good stuff, Kevin. Keep it up. I know it's hard to keep the deadlines, and we're trying to make sure that we give you a bit more notice over there in Oz with our WhatsApp group. Seamus O'Boyle over in Vancouver, the dancer's friend, 63. Brilliant score. Loads of chips left. Interesting. I see straight away the Wissa thing. So some of these are coming good. Nothing on the bench. Obviously, Trent has got hemorrhaging in price. A lot of money locked up. It looks like he's gone a game week or two without changing. And sometimes the best thing to do is nothing. And then when you log in a month later, say, "Oh my God!" And that's when you go flying down helter skelter. Absolutely, when you get over involved, when you're under involved, and then you come in and then you start, "Oh, I'll manage this now. I'll take over." Not Starman 51 is gone with Guardiola. Okay. Ain't a captain. Oh, jeez. I need to slurp for that. That can't be right anyway. I think it's because obviously he's not caught the Haaland news. The game week is just gone. It's just one of them things, and then it goes to your vice captain. So it's unlucky. Just those minor things that do your head in. And it could be enough now to kind of put him on the downer. But 10 points from Guardiola should have been like any captaincy can blank anyway. It's 2 points more than Haaland anyway. It's hard. It's hard. It really is. But I think with like me and Starman, we still do have a chance to kind of flick back into that top 10. We've not been there all season, but still like 32 points down for the Starman. Is he a bit better? He is a bit better anyway. I've got a bit more to catch up with. He's 32 down line. I'm 11, so 42, 43 down. So there you go. Yeah, it's looking at the team. It's definitely not a template team, and it's definitely his own. And it's these sort of teams are dangerous to people who are in the fear trap. They're a bit too high up. They want to protect their overall. They don't want to win anything. They just want to win their mini. They're trying to just watch the move. And these sort of teams that Starman has, and even Seamus O'Boyle with his Embuemo, that's the way. And Rogers, they are scary teams because you can't predict them, and they're not what everybody has. So you can make some good moves. Right. Yeah, I am where I am. I just have to kind of grind it out here. Uh, so I'll just flick through the rest of the teams here. It's definitely gig time. Time to get to the gig. Owen Rowe and 44. Is there anything that kind of stands out? John C. Halpin is going through his assistant manager along with Lukey Walsh. There's a few of them here. Farhard Tasmando has played his wild card, 42. You won't be happy with that. Sajendra with his slot thing, 60. So it's, from my 41, 19 points. And a lot of that's to do with slot and getting those points. And that he's just picking up the points that I got on him. It's just going to be like tit for tat and touche. It's just, you know, zero sum game, really. The people who they're going to get their points back that we got. It's just, I'm not sure if I don't like the rewarding of the gambling thing. Or yeah, I know people who are under invested. They're took a month out of the game. They're bored. They're a few points down. Oh, I've got the assistant manager, and they start betting, and then all of a sudden they've got 80 points. They've gone betting, and now they're well up again. And now, oh, I'm going to take it serious now. Whereas more engaged people, we're trying to be take it a bit more safer, get guaranteed points because we're in it for the long haul. So look, that's just an observation. That's all I'm saying there. So yeah, flicking through down, Ross O'Hara uses Moyes. I'm not sure what happened there with Moisey. What was the score? Um, Ding, Sean Gilday, 49. F64 from Adam Hickey. Done a lot of business getting in his. Eze is a good pick still. I like Eze. Marmouche, fair enough. The new Egyptian prince, as they're calling him, over Salah, the Egyptian king. Fergie, Great Guns Walsh, 62. I can't believe it's not been a great season for Fergie. It's shocking, really, in many ways. I think he'll come back. He's loads of chips. I think he might have let this team go a bit. 5 transfers, the chips. He's kind of what I know where you're coming from, but 1809, even for the likes of myself, I'm going to find it hard just to get a hat. So it's kind of like, well, what's the point? But for me, it's just the way I'm built is that I just going to play it through all the way to the end and get and go for the best position that I can get and leave it at that. And I just find it defeating within me or whatever if I just kind of just delete the app for a while or whatever. Um, I kind of got some solace like finishing 2.1 million when it was like 7 million for most of the season. 2 years ago, whatever, 3 years. This is 3 years ago. Sean Shaky her 54. So like there's still quite a bit of activity. Kyle won't like this. He's well down here. Earning hats, and he's had good couple of seasons. This one's gone off the rails. And I think free thinkers like Cahill kind of get punished a lot. This team now looks like it's perfectly set up for 32, and well, obviously Newcastle, Isak a little bit might be more set up for 33. Not sure, but it looks like it's a pretty relevant team, and the main characters in a plot you really want anyway. So there's a lot of chips there, and somebody get onto Gahal to sort out your team and just treat the league with integrity. Just don't give up and just say, well, that's it now. I'm finishing rubbish. Uh, it's just for the integrity of the league and just for yourself and get into some sort of form, finish the season well, get a bit of positivity and momentum leading into next season. Ryan Kilban of 48. So we're getting into the top 4 million, which is still you're still a 40% player, at 6 million. It's like you're not the worst of the worst here. So a lot, like it's not much more to say. Anything sticking out, not much is sticking out here really. Going down just for the show of it. 54 from Jack McGoldrick, good stuff. The Palmer dudes, and that's the crack there. So I hope you enjoy that anyway. That's my thoughts and developments for game week 31. Don't forget the deadline, 11 o'clock tomorrow. It's nice to get this little bit done. I see from influencers out there and what they're doing is a lot of them are too late. The information is way not on the cusp. And I just like to get these things done. There wasn't much turnaround between 30 now and 31. It's a pain, especially if you do night shifts and all that sort of stuff. So this has kind of woke me up a bit. So um I'm going to fight all the way anyway. And I think for, as I said, for the integrity league, if you finish above me, you get the hat, the top 10. Well, you deserve it. You say, well, Vince tried his hard out. He done the best he can. And look, I deserve my hat. And that's what I mean about things. And anyone who does get the hat, the top 10, walk around the place, wear it with pride, and encourage one another, not gloat in a gloaty way, but look, we can be better than this. So yeah, I think I can afford something with a -4 for next game. I might do. Sometimes play attacking, uh, shake it up a bit. I don't like the thought of just freewheeling this game week and just get through it and not kick my two. So sometimes a move like this could pay off, but what would it be? Maybe Rogers, Sarr now is an option. I don't know what his I don't know what his up to date is or his expected 11 and 15 to bit of a streaky dude. Um, he's just playing with Palace are so interesting to watch. It was a bit of a shocker against Southampton. City away and Newcastle. I'm just not so I'm not I'm really I'm not too sure if Palace will get too much out of these two games anyway. They're two away. But after them they have Bournemouth, okay, but Arsenal and then a blank. So I'm not completely sure about having three. Rogers seems to be fit enough to play every single game. So the dude coming in, you know, could you go complete all Newcastle could be a better bet there in that. So, Gordon, what's 6.4 in the bank? Yeah, Murphy could be a dude and get some money, just keep some money in and about. That could be enough, really. But like Murphy with a -4, and he probably won't give you, so it could be a minus. But the losing out on what an easy captaincy like Isak. Well, we'll see. Like he could be dropped. We don't know. We don't know. I don't trust Eddie Hops as far as I could throw him. It's 9.5. He's got a groin thing. We all know that's a phantom groin thing. Oh, it could be mind games. I don't know, but I'm not sure if this double coming up is worth going all in on. So I need to have a little more thought about this and see if I'm okay or has the IDK said if I'm all right. And can't wait to see them later on in Islington. So just have a quick look here. Just to, yeah. So what do I have? What do I have? Just two in this double going forward. Don't know if it's enough really. I probably just do Murphy, do something boring for the 5 million, save the money. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But Isak is probably worth having for that Leicester thing. Take a punt on that. Most people will have him captained. I could even trip cap him to guess to get that -4 back. Seriously, he is a wonderful player. So, okay, I'll think more, have a few beers, and I'll figure something out by 11 o'clock a.m. tomorrow. So, good luck now, guys. That's your review of the Christy Nicholson Pub Fantasy League. I'm the guru. Thanks for staying till the end if you have. And sayonara.